Hi, lovelies. Welcome back to my channel, Keshara Creates. I am Keshara Chisholm, and I am a certified therapeutic art instructor, and I am back for another painted affirmation. So today we are going to paint the beautiful affirmation of peace. It was raining this morning. I was in a very tranquil, peaceful state of mind. So I thought that would be a beautiful, lovely affirmation to paint and bring into fruition with you guys today. So if this is your first time, thank you so much for joining me. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. So let's get started. So of course I've got my paint. We've got our primary colors. So we've got yellow, blue, and red. I always like to use a pre-blended green. It just makes things easier. We're going to use some neon pink today, purple today too, just to kind of brighten some things up. And of course, black and white, so we can do some shadows and highlights and shading and tinting of our colors. So when I think of peace, I think of ripples or waves of peace and water, probably from the rain that I was listening to earlier today. So let's get started. So I like to blend my colors directly onto the canvas. When it comes to doing our painted affirmations, I like for it to just be free-flowing and abstract. I don't want us to focus too much on the technique, but more so of the energy, the frequency of peace that we're manifesting with this beautiful painted affirmation. So I'm just going to go ahead with my large 2-inch flat brush. I'm just going to grab some white paint, and I'm just literally going to add some streaks of white to this lovely canvas for our peaceful affirmation. And go ahead and allow your mind to start wandering and thinking of areas where you already feel peace in your life and areas in which you would like to incorporate or manifest the emotions and the thoughts and the feelings of peace. All right, so now I'm going to grab some blue and some green. As you can see, I didn't really mix it too much. I just have some blue and green on my paintbrush, and just gonna lightly blend that out. So painting is all about layers, so we are going to add a good amount of layers to this and focus our intention on our lovely affirmation of peace. Hope you guys are filled with peace and joy on this beautiful day. I don't know if it's raining where you are, but it is raining here. So it's definitely helping to keep me in a nice, relaxed, peaceful state of mind. I'll grab a little bit more paint. Same thing, just blue and green. That's it. I'm going to add some more down here. And I'm just going to blend it out. Do not forget the tops and bottoms of your canvas. It just makes it easier, especially when you're doing an abstract piece. That way you don't have to go back and try to blend or mix up every single color that you threw down there. And don't forget the sides and the top and the bottom. All of that lovely stuff. Sometimes when I do forget to paint the sides and the top of my canvas, I just go back and paint it all black, which actually looks really nice and very professional. So if you do forget to paint the sides or just don't feel like worrying about it right now, no big deal. And as you can see, I'm just doing long, beautiful strokes to smooth out our base color for our background so we can start our waves or ripples of peace for this beautiful, peaceful affirmation that we are creating and manifesting. So I thought that peace would be the perfect affirmation to paint, especially in this time and season in our life. There's so much negativity going on in the world. We all just need to be reminded of peace. Each and every one of us, when you stop and think and ponder, there has to be some sort of peace in any area, some form of peace in your life. And be thankful and show gratitude for those areas. And instead of focusing on the areas that are stressing you out in your life, start by being grateful for the peace that you do have, and that will help your mind to think of ways in which you can incorporate more peace into your life. So we are going to do some ripples and some waves on this beautiful painted affirmation, and I'm going to just switch to a smaller flat brush. And mind you, this is more so about the energy and the frequency of manifesting and attracting peace in our life. So you don't have to use the same exact brushes. If you only have one brush, it doesn't matter. You want it to be individual to you and your true emotions and things of that nature. So everyone's is going to be unique and different, which is why for art therapy, I love using abstract painting techniques. Like I mentioned, you mainly want to focus on the word. So I use some of the neon purple, some blue, and some white. And I'm going to add some red to it. Add a little bit more red. And as you can see, I'm just playing around with it, mixing it up until I get a shade that I like. Like I said, it's more so about the emotion and the intention that you put behind this painted affirmation than it is the actual outcome, because the focus is going to be our affirmation that we paint at the end. So I'm just going to do, as you can see, little teeny tiny waves just randomly on our canvas. So we are going to make some waves with this beautiful purple shade. Now, make sure you carry it off to the sides of your canvas as well, just so it looks uniform. And we're making some waves or ripples of peace with this beautiful, peaceful painted affirmation. And I'm going to go in and just add some more. And yes, if they overlap, I want them to overlap with the ones that we already placed down. I'm not worried about if they're all smooth or anything like that, because painting is all about layers, especially abstract art. So let's just have fun with our layers of peace. Peace, peace, peace. What are some areas in your life that bring you peace at this moment? What are some hobbies or activities that you enjoy, that you find peaceful and meditative? What are some ways in which you can incorporate peace in your life? For me, of course, as an artist, anything artistic helps me to feel and find peace. My number one tool that I like to use, especially in the morning to keep me in a positive, peaceful state of mind, is my gratitude journal. So you can do that. I started doing that just by waking up in the morning and thinking of 3 things that I'm just thankful for. It's amazing how just writing down just random things that you are thankful for, how it just sparks your mind to think and wonder and remember all the areas in which you have to be thankful for. So I just recently started a therapeutic art gratitude journal that I have been sharing with you guys as well. So be on the lookout for that. I shared one with you guys yesterday where I did the gratitude affirmation of, I am so happy and grateful now that I have courage. Courage is another thing I feel like, especially right now in society, we could all use a little bit more of. All right, we're done with that purple. Now let's do some peaceful waves of green. So we're going to start with our base green. All right, I'm going to add some yellow into that. And I'm going to add a little teeny tiny touch of red to deepen this green up. The more red you add, the darker your green will become. So I like to add my red little by little. If you do feel like you add too much red to it, you can always add more green and more yellow to it to lighten it up. And we're going to do some beautiful ripples of peace with this lovely green as well. And see, I'm not being too picky about if the color is smooth or perfect. I'm just adding, enhancing layers to this beautiful, peaceful painted affirmation. Allow the waves and the ripples of this beautiful painting to just help you have and find peace in your life. And the amount of love and energy that you put into this painted affirmation is just going to help you to stay in a joyful, peaceful state of mind throughout the whole rest of the day. And what I love about painted affirmations is when you place it in your home, it sets as a nice, beautiful visual reminder of this beautiful painted affirmation. So every time you look at this beautiful painting, you'll be reminded of the areas in which you have to be thankful for in your life. The areas that you have peace already in your life. And you guys, if you are enjoying this and you like my content in my channel, make sure that you do like, share, and subscribe. It really does help for my channel to grow and for more of you beautiful creators to see and to experience my therapeutic art, techniques, and activities. And thank you guys so much. Thank you. You guys have been awesome. Because of you guys, I am able to do what I love each and every day. So thank you guys for your support and encouragement. All right, so I'm adding some more yellow into that green, that darker green that we made. And we're going to do some ripples and waves of this lighter green also. Just think of peace, peaceful water, peaceful experiences, peaceful ripples of joy and gratitude. And see how the layers just start to unify and connect together. All right, so let's add some more blue. Let's do a light blue. I'm already getting paint everywhere. Should have used a larger paint palette, but oh well. So we're just going to get a base blue and some white. The more whites you add, of course, the lighter or more pastel your blue will be. The more blue, the deeper or richer your blue will be. I think that's pretty. Ooh, yeah, I like that, and I like how it's blending with the colors that are already on there. Perfect. And see, it's all about adding the layers. Adding the layers. Each layer helps to make me find and feel more at peace, and to be thankful and to think about the areas in which I have peace in my life, and all the areas that I am thankful that I'm manifesting are drawing peaceful opportunities into my life. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you guys, thank you so much for all of your donations, and thank you for scheduling your therapeutic art sessions with me and your painted affirmation parties. I have so much fun with you guys. I appreciate and enjoy each and every one of you. Thank you for your support and encouragement. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. All right. So we're just adding some more ripples and waves of peace in this beautiful affirmation with this nice blue that we have created. And I just love how the colors are blending together. Lovely. That is exactly what we want. All right, so I'm going to switch to a round brush just to give us a little bit of different strokes and some more texture to this piece. So let's do a purple. So I'm just gonna scoop over some red into my blue and grab some more of the primary blue, mix that up, mix it. Pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit of the neon purple just to brighten that up just a little bit. And I like that. I want a nice rich color because some of these colors are really light. And see how it just gives a different stroke. Same technique, but just because it's a different brush, it gives us different brush strokes. It just helps to intensify that texture as well. So beautiful ripples and waves of peace is what we're manifesting. Peaceful opportunities, peaceful energy, peaceful frequency, peaceful vibes, peace, peace, peace. Situations that create peace, people that bring us peace, career and experiences that we find peace and joy in. Just keep your mind focusing on peace and be thankful for the areas in which you already have found or feel peaceful in regards. All right. And I want to make a lighter version of that purple as well. So, same purple that we were using, add some white to it. Add some more of that neon purple. And just a little bit, I'm just adding a little bit of red to it. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more red just to intensify that. Yep, I like that. And just with this brush, add some beautiful waves of peace as well. Beautiful waves and ripples of peace. Lovely waves and ripples of peace. So relaxing too, just to paint, especially when you are doing something that's really simplistic and repetitive like this. You just get lost in the process. It helps your mind to relax. It helps you to forget about whatever's been bothering you or worrying you, and you just get lost into the painting. All right. I think that's a good amount of beautiful layers. So I'm going to get a clean brush and I'm going to wipe off the majority of the water. I want the brush to be pretty much dry. And I'm just going to do little swoops to add some more texture, to blend some of these ripples together. And you see a lot of the paint is already dry, so it's only adding a little bit of texture. It's not really changing what we already laid down. We're just intensifying the texture of this piece. Ooh, that's a pretty effect. I like that. And see, I'm not being particular. I'm just adding lovely upward waves or strokes with this brush. Beautiful. How pretty is that? Isn't that lovely texture that gave us? I'm kind of just mimicking that same technique on the sides. Like I said, you want the sides to look uniform with the rest of your lovely painted affirmation, and the bottom and the top as well. Give some lovely peaceful energy to those areas as well. Perfect. Beautiful. All right. Now, what I love about acrylic paint is that it does not take a long time to dry. It dries very quickly. However, now that I'm looking at this, I think I'm going to add a really light pastel green to this. So I'm just going to use some yellow. I didn't even clean my brush off. Yellow and some blue and some white. More yellow. That's pretty. I'm going to wipe off the majority of that green. You see how I'm scooping off all the extra? Because I just want to add little random touches of that green here and there. So I don't want this overly saturated. Kind of want to mimic that same texture that we were just doing just by incorporating some of this green to it. Now, what I was saying is I love that acrylic paint dries super fast. It just makes it easy to speed up the process, doesn't take all day. Now, you could either just allow this to dry on its own, probably would take about 10 minutes, but so I don't have to have you guys listening to me ramble on all day, I'm gonna blast this baby with the blow dryer for a good few seconds, probably a minute or so. And that way we can get started with writing our peace affirmation. I think that's good. I like that. So excuse me while I grab my beautiful handy dandy blow dryer. I promise it won't it won't take long. So make sure you stay with me. Everyone that stays to the end of this beautiful, peaceful affirmation will be blessed with so much peace and positive energy. So stay with me. You don't want to leave. I promise. Won't take me long. So let's go. Voila, see, I told you that wouldn't take so long. So now that I'm looking at this beautiful affirmation, I think I'm going to write out peace in white, and might add some more strokes of blues and purples just to aid into this lovely ensemble of colors. But excuse me a second, I need some tea. My throat's kind of dry. My apologies. All right. So I have the tendency to write kind of large, so I'm going to use a smaller brush, round brush. It's called a round brush because it's not flat, doesn't have a flat edge like some of the other brushes we were using. Now, white paint and black paint has the tendency to be really thick. So I usually add a good amount of water to it to kind of dilute it and thin it out. And see, this white has a good amount of blue in it, so it's not a crisp white, but it's still going to stand out a good amount on this beautiful painted affirmation. So I'm not going to be too picky about making it perfectly straight or anything like that. You could, if you wanted to, you could use a ruler or a yardstick to line it up, but I believe that there's beauty in imperfection, and this is more so just about the energy and the love that you put into this affirmation to bring it into fruition, more so than perfection. So we're not going to worry about being perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. It's actually more interesting for it not to be perfect. So we are going to write out peace. And I'm just going to roughly sketch it out, and then we will go back and touch it up. Perfect. P-E-A-C-E. That's it. Peace. We're going to go back over this. Start thinking about the areas in which you have peace. I like to use the prompt that I am so happy and grateful now that I have. And since we're focusing on peace today, we will use peace. So I am so happy and grateful now that I have peace, that I have peaceful opportunities, that I have a feeling in the energy of peace, that I have people in my life that bring me and aid in my peace, that I am creating opportunities of peace. Focus your mind and your intention on this beautiful word of peace. And see, I got quiet because my mind is wandering and thinking and creating peace. And I'm just going with the flow. Not worrying about if it's perfect. Just writing my beautiful, peaceful affirmation. We're manifesting peace with this beautiful ripple of peace painting that we created. Now I'm gonna hit this with the blow dryer real quickly and get some more just plain white to intensify the brightness of this as well. That's good enough. That's why I love acrylic paint. It does not take forever in a day for it to dry. So you can do your layers quickly. So you can make your masterpiece in a convenient amount of time. Because look, it's been less than 30 minutes and we're almost done with this beautiful painted affirmation. So I'm just going to, same brush, go into the white and just add. I'm not going to perfectly paint over everything that we did, but just brighten it up by using some pure white, because that white that we used had a little bit of blue in it, so it's more of a baby blue shade. And I got kind of quiet because this is so relaxing that I got lost in the process myself. This brings me so much joy to create these beautiful painted affirmations with you guys each week. They help to keep my mind focused on all the beautiful areas in which I have to be thankful for as well. Especially a word like peace. What a beautiful word to manifest. We all can use and be thankful and show gratitude for peace and peaceful opportunities and situations in our lives. All right. And see, I did what, 2 layers of the white again, just to intensify it, to bolden it up some more. All right, so I'm going to switch to an even smaller liner brush. And like I said, if you don't want to get as detailed or as advanced as me, you do not have to. It is legitimately just about painting the affirmation than it is about the actual technique or anything like that. So we are going to make another dark purple. So we're going to get some blue and some red and mix it up. Let's add some more red in there. I think I'm gonna get just a little touch more of the neon purple just to kind of brighten this baby up just a little bit. I don't want it too dark. And see, I'm just mixing. Add a little touch more red to this guy. Pretty. And I'm going to add some strokes of this purple to our word peace. And see, I'm not painting over every single inch and ounce of the words or the letters. I'm just kind of adding accents of this purple to them. Beautiful. And clean that brush off a good amount, and we're going to use that same light green that we had before. I think I'm going to even lighten it up some more by adding some white to it. And all we did was yellow, blue, and white until we got a nice pastel shade of green that we enjoyed. All right, add a little bit more water. Thin this out some. Whenever you add white paint to a color, it becomes kind of thick. And remember, we're just going to add accents to our letters, so we're not going to completely cover it up. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm liking this effect. See how I'm just adding accents of the green to these lovely letters of our beautiful affirmation of peace. There we go. I think I'm going to do a light blue as well, and then we'll do some shadowing around our word with some black, just so it stands out really nice and crisp against our background. So I'm going to use the purple that we had and mix it in with some of this white and add some more blue. I like that tone. I'm just adding some more water to it to thin this color out some so it won't be too thick. And see, I like to twist into the paint to wipe off the excess. And same thing, we're just adding touches of this blue to our beautiful peace affirmation as well. And see, I'm getting lost into the wonderful feeling and emotion of peace while I create this, guys, with you all. Just why I keep getting kind of silent. So I'm going to switch to a liner brush, and it's just called a liner brush because it's a really small brush. I'm going to get some water on it, and I'm going to go into my black. Black is just like white paint. It's pretty thick. So especially when you're using a small brush like this and you want small, crisp lines, you want to dilute the paint a good amount till you get it to a nice ink-like consistency. So you can pretty much write with it or paint with it the same as you would a pen. or with ink. However you want to articulate that. And I hope you guys are feeling so much peaceful energy like me. I'm so at peace creating this beautiful peace affirmation with you guys. Manifesting and bringing into fruition the beautiful energy of peace. So instead of outlining the whole entire affirmation in black, I'm kind of just going to add touches to each little area. And I'm not even going to go back over this again. See how I'm kind of purposely missing areas? I'm not outlining the whole entire thing. Get some more water, thin this black out some more. See, I'm just kind of crisping up some of the lines. Get some more water. And see, I'm purposely missing areas. I'm not outlining the entire affirmation. Just adding some shadow or some interest. See, I'm purposely avoiding areas. And there I go, getting quiet again, getting lost into the feeling of peace with this beautiful painted affirmation. I'm going to do a little line just right here. There we go. Hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps for more beautiful people like yourself to see this lovely painted, peaceful affirmation. And see how it just helps to intensify the lettering, helps it be a little bit more clear. And if you don't feel comfortable doing this with a paintbrush, you can use either paint pens or markers. If you are going to use a Sharpie or something of that nature, I feel like the only color that would really be crisp enough though to stand out against the background would be like a black. But you could definitely use acrylic paint pens. Sometimes I do that, especially when I have larger or longer words. And then I go back over top of it and paint them with my nice liner brush, like I'm doing right here. And let me step back and look at this masterpiece. I like it, but let's just add, to bring in some of the black and white that we use for our affirmation, let's do some nice little accents of white and black as well. So let me grab some more white paint. I'm gonna put it over here so no other color gets into it. I'm going to use a smaller brush. We're going to kind of do that dry brushing technique that we did. See, so we add little subtle accents of some white, little ripples or waves to this beautiful painted affirmations. And see, I'm mimicking those same upward wave-like strokes that we did. And I'm being very random. I don't want to overpower the painting with white. Just adding some accents of it to bring the affirmation and the painting together some. And we're going to do the same thing. Use the same brush to add some accents of black to this too. And see, I'm not using too much. See right here, I feel like we got too much. I'm going to take some of that off. There we go. Just adding some more ripples and waves to this beautiful affirmation with some of the white. Perfect. Clean that bad boy off. Do the same thing with the black. With the black, you definitely want to make sure you don't have too much paint on your brush. We don't want big strokes of black. There we go. Perfect. I'm still mimicking those same upward wave-like motions. And we were basically done, my friends. I just wanted to incorporate the highlights and shadows of the black and the white since we wrote our affirmation out in black and white to make it just a little bit more uniform. And black and white really does finish off a painting nicely. I might add a little bit more white and clean this brush off some more. Same thing again. Just intensify the white just a little bit. Yeah, I like that. And I'm being really random. All right, perfect. So this is our lovely, beautiful peace affirmation. I hope you guys enjoyed painting along with me today. It was my pleasure. If you love this therapeutic art technique, then make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys. And if you'd like to support me or my channel, donations are definitely welcome. All that information is down below. Or if you would like to schedule a personal one-on-one therapeutic art session with me, or if you would want to do a group painted affirmation party with me, you can find all of that information down below as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful, positive, joyful day. Bye. I'll see you next time.